Like, you have to catch just the tail end of whatever the heck it is I'm saying.
It's important.
That's fair.
Otherwise, what are we doing?
I have no idea.
Working on more
how
item art.
do we go on? Are we even playing D&D?
Real question.
Are we really just playing some weird amalgamation of all sorts of things?
I mean,
It's
if you
Spider
ask
Lady
them,
Simulator.
we're playing one D&D. So now that they've abandoned versions.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, we here, we on, we going.
Oh snap.
So did you already roll to decide who was recapping? Is that what happened?
Oh no, I called dibs on that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we gave her the dibs.
Fair enough.
The dibs have been claimed.
I think I called dibs on like Sunday because I was like, this is the only game that I will actually remember pretty clearly. And then we had to wait a while. So I was like, I'm just going to go back and listen and take notes then.
Go for it then.
All right. So last week, was it last week? Week and a half ago?
Yes.
Last
Week and a
time
half.
we played. See, so everyone woke up in their respective places. Anis was in her room. Aiden was in his garden with the blights. Penelope and Johnny were in her tiny hut dome thing.
I wasn't alone with her.
And Deco and Ilya were there too. So we had breakfast, and after breakfast, Penelope confided in Johnny and Anis that she had heard Morgan Le Fay in her head the previous night, which is concerning. Basically, after that, Anis asked Penelope to use sending to get in contact with her old ex-boyfriend Freddie. Had a very awkward time telling her much more information than necessary, all about Freddie.
Oh,
And she got sending. At some point, Aiden got jealous and was shouting all about Hula Hoop Wednesdays and went to Derek and was talking about Hula Hoop Wednesdays. Some sort of conversation happened, and the note that I took was, and that's how Aiden summoned Popeye the Sailor Man to the Holy Grail War. So Penelope got sending. Freddie was somewhere that he couldn't speak freely out loud, so he wasn't able to give her a lot of information. But what she got back in response was that he was working at a casino boat, which we all are pretty sure is the same casino boat that Van Femme is in charge of. Owns, something like that. Can't be that many casino boats out there. See, and then Penelope used her third sending to talk to the lady and was told not to go to sleep until further notice, which is not great. See, Anna asked her mom to scry on Freddie. She couldn't, and then she was able to scry on the sisters, and they found out that they're in London with Crosby and the T-Rex skull, so that's fun. See, everyone met up at the Wellspring at dawn, and Anis used Bathtolomy to scout. Bathtolomy went into the cave, and that triggered a trap that made half the party fall down into a spider-infested cavern underneath the Wellspring. They immediately took out a giant spider. Hang on. The note I actually took is they are immediately confronted with a giant spider, which has violence done to it and dies. See. Anis cast daylight on her staff and scared away all the small spiders. Then Montgomery jumped down, landed on the corpse of the giant spider, and broke his fall. Aiden healed everyone. Penelope floated down, and everyone went to explore the cave and came across the Drider and the horse, which had been turned into a nightmare. And that's it.
That's a courage.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hurrah. Yeah, the only other real
Are you
details
sure
are
you're
that...
not a bard, Anis?
We know what you're talking about. The only other thing of note was...
is that because you still have Hemlock and your bat upstairs, you got to see what the rest of the group was doing.
That's true. I did forget about that. Yeah, so Lucretia was barging in the front door of the cave and causing a lot of noise and making her presence known. And then the paladins that were left behind are angrily trying to get down into the cave because the way shut before they could go down.
Yep.
Yep.
Cool.
And Hemlock ate spiders, and it was gross.
Sure was.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, you went sneaking around down here in a giant pile of you guys. You noticed a Drider and a Nightmare on the corner. You stopped and you backed up. So that's where you are right now.
Yep.
Penelope,
Yep.
you are hiding the light to some extent, just so that it doesn't shine around the corner, but it's still bright enough to prevent the spiders from the entire wall from swarming the lot of you. So
About
that's where
how
we're at
long
right
has it
now.
been? How long did it take us to explore? Because daylight lasts for an hour.
Yeah, you're
From
well
the time
within
we
your
cast
time.
it.
It's only been a few minutes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
It didn't take long because you got through the fight pretty quickly. Penelope floating down took maybe a minute because the effect that allowed her to come down was temporary. So she got down and Montgomery got down and then it ended. So that was all within a minute.
Do I need to recast box skin? Because I should have an AC of 16 from that.
The effect probably just needs to be dragged to you.
Okay.
I think some of the effects fell off when we swapped maps. So let me take care of that.
Yeah, because I did that before we fell down into the cave.
Yeah. And bark skin does not have concentration that I recall, so...
Nope, and neither is daylight, as far as I know.
Yeah, I don't think anything would have messed with that. It says effects from bark skin concentration.
Oh, weird.
But looks like it's...
Maybe it is.
Let's see if it has your...
Oh. Yeah, it is concentration, but daylight isn't.
But daylight isn't. But it still doesn't have the right...
Oh, maybe I lost concentration when we fell down and I took that damage.
I don't think so. Memories. Right, so your AC with bark skin should be what, 2 higher?
It can't be less than 16, I think. Shelly? Target's AC can't be less than 16 regardless of what kind of armor they're wearing.
Okay, so let me just program that right now because I can do that now.
Oh, man.
Let's see if that works the way it should. There you go. It should now treat your AC as 16.
Cool.
We'll find out if it does or not as we play.
Hopefully I won't need to find out.
What, you don't want to justify casting the spell by getting hit?
No. Damn.
All right, well, there you go. You are bark skinned. You have majestic skin texture like a tree.
Ooh. You look like one of my babies.
Time to never cast that spell ever again.
So what you doing?
Okay, so I assume we're picking up like right after Penelope was basically just like, all right, everybody get back, get back, get back.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's where we are.
Whee.
Okay, so she's gonna like turn and get everybody to huddle together because she needs to share some information and she's going to whisper.
Yeah, assume we're whispering, but don't actually whisper, because that's bad
Yeah,
radio.
no. Well, yeah. But she's gonna whisper to the group at large. Okay, the Drider is around the corner with the Nightmare. Probably the horse. I don't remember the horse's name. Sorry, I didn't.
It's Archon. It's okay.
Okay. But sorry, there was just so many legs. But yeah, it's they're both around the corner. I know. So when I was still up above, before I dropped down, Lucretia said that the Driders they basically won't attack us if we're not attacking them, is what she said.
Yeah, I definitely remember that.
Like,
because she
I didn't,
said
you weren't
she
even there for that.
that was before they all fell. That was she was talking about.
Is that?
Yeah, because she knew
Actually,
the name.
hold on. Out of character. Did she say that out before everybody dropped?
She said that to the group when you were walking up. I think it
Okay.
was something
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
I told you after the fact because we'd forgotten to mention it until then. So that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
Okay.
Archon knowledge.
Okay.
Yeah, because that
Cool.
would have changed like everything Aiden like demeanors. He's like, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
'cause
Then
we found out from Lucretia that she's not from the other side. She probably came from Dream's End.
Yeah.
and that
She just wants to protect her people. Like she's very defensive is what it sounds like. Even though
If she
she's
don't attack her, she won't attack us.
yeah, as far as we know. Because there's still like she's legend lore, like like infamous.
yeah. Okay. Then cool. I'm gonna reverse what I said just a smidge.
We got you. Boo.
Rewind a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they're around the corner. We probably all shouldn't go out at once. Because we don't want to seem threatening.
Should I check in upstairs quickly just to see how things are going?
Can you?
I mean, I haven't lost communication with the Bat or with Hemlock.
Oh. I mean, yeah.
All right, I'll do that real quick.
Okay.
And as we'll go into Bathtolomy Vision.
And
Yeah, so you can see, like before, Lucretia's gone inside, and as she's walking through the entrance to the cave, at first there were not nearly as many as down here, but there were spiders on the walls. But as she goes further in, the spiders kind of give way to fungal growth. The walls are just covered in fungus, and it seems like even the spiders aren't getting too close to it. As Bartholomew's looking around and, you know, the power of echolocation, you notice that, oddly enough, as Lucretia is walking forward, the ground in front of her seems to be not splitting, but like sort of tilling itself so that she's stepping on like clean stone, not covered in all this weird fungal mess stone. But the ground also seems like if you were to walk on it normally, it would have been covered in the same slick stuff as the walls. So she's clearing a path of her own, and she's not being very subtle about it. Behind her, you can see at a little bit of a distance, the paladin group is advancing, and they're kind of taking the path that she's making for them. So they're no longer standing around outside. They've gone in as well.
Okay.
The healers have not gone in. They're still waiting near the entrance.
All right,
So
and
we
she
have
will
successfully split that party.
she'll say out loud, Lucretia is going in further into the cave. She's in an area with a lot of mushrooms now, and the paladins are following her at a distance. And now I'm switching to Hemlock.
Okay.
So Hemlock outside. As you swap to Hemlock, you can just taste that crunch almost.
Ugh.
As Hemlock eats another spider.
Oh, she. Ugh.
But yeah, you can see outside that the sort of the reserve team of the healers, they're right outside the entrance. They're not standing in the water proper. They're just outside of the water and in the cave part, but not so far in that they're encountering the spiders. You can see that Grandpap seems to be building something of a perimeter. He's putting markings up on the walls around the much larger cage entrance now that Lucretia's made a mess out of it, so that you actually don't have to go in single file anymore. But he seems to be putting up the it's kind of strange to you looking at it through Hemlock's eyes, but you get the vibe that he's putting up elements that would be used to make a bounded field, but this seems to be more disruptive. Like, if you were to take a very delicate drawing and then start spilling things on it, that's kind of what he's doing here. So he's kind of ruining the natural security of at least the entrance area. The paladins that are up there are on more standby. Oddly enough, it looks like Scraggly went with the going inside paladins group, so they're a bit more aggro. But yeah, the healer corps is setting up and defending the entrance. They're also presumably, from the way that they're taking stances, it seems like their goal is to make sure that nothing gets out that isn't supposed to get out, and that nothing weird comes in behind you, since it's not too big of a leap to assume that you don't want more variables than you've already got.
That's fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we'll come back from Hemlock Vision and basically relay that the clerics and everyone else are at the entrance to the cave. They're not going in. It looks like they're making sure nothing comes in or goes out.
Okay. Whew. Yeah, so I can... Oh, God. I can... I can go out and talk to her first if you guys want.
I would like to go with you. I have a few concerns, actually, that, you know how, like, Einosh, we kind of beat the crap out of him, and, he had to kind of recoup for a bit.
Right.
And, like, if this lady was as, quote-unquote, vicious as Laura makes it, or, because that was mentioned, they're like, oh, she's so bad, besides the defense thing. I feel like if there was just half-dead anything on your doorstep, you probably would have just gotten rid of it. But the fact that, she hasn't, it seems like they've known each other for at least a little bit, enough where she didn't, just kaput him, which is concerning for us, because if she's been around him long enough, I'm sure she unrealizingly has breathed in some spores. And if we know anything about Einosh, if he body hops into her, I'm a little concerned, because she may be fine with us, but I know he's not fine with us. I would like to do like a medical checkup on her, let her be aware that maybe she shouldn't trust her partner, or I don't know if it's even a partner, or like maybe he like coerced her and threatened her people if there are more of them. I feel like, and I've got 4 legs, and like she's got 8. Maybe it'd be a good conversation to have.
I definitely think that we should try diplomacy before we just go in guns blazing, as it were. I'm thinking about the guns.
Yeah, I'd prefer not to like I would like to take care of the Archon situation and be like, hey, like maybe you should, let this horse go back to its very, very sad, caretaker. And maybe you should like ask horses before you start changing them. Because consent. But if she's not hurting anybody, and like the animals are fine with I guess, I mean, I feel like that's definitely an upgrade to their body. Like shit. I'd be like, damn, I'm flaming. And then we shouldn't have much of an issue. It just we gotta get it sorted out. And then, maybe tell Amelie, if everything goes out well, to not beat the crap out of her. It's my other worry.
Pity I didn't speak with animals, but I also don't know if that would work on Archon. I don't know if he's considered an animal anymore. He's a nightmare.
Who was it, out of character really quick, who was it that rolled really high on nightmares? I thought it was Annis.
Yeah.
Because I think he told you that he like Archon actually speaks now, like in character with the knowledge.
Archon understands.
Or sorry, yeah,
Could
he
common.
understands. Yeah.
Cannot speak, but
Sorry.
He could at most like nod.
you could talk
or
to
shake his
him.
head. Yeah.
he's
Yeah,
smarter than he
yeah,
used
yeah.
to be.
But he can't speak.
I like to
back.
nod his horse head, okay? That's all that matters. Horses not heads.
What would you use to speak with a nightmare? Is there like a speak with devils or abomination?
Not to my knowledge. You're probably more in the realm of telepathy-like effects.
Mm,
Not that you necessarily
fair.
want to do that, but
I'll get that till slightly later.
now for fun, because I gave you the stat spread before anyway.
Mhm.
So nightmares have an intelligence of like 10. Horses have an intelligence of 2.
Look, this horse has more intelligence than I do, okay? My intelligence is an 8. That's all that matters.
Horse is
Right.
almost as smart as I am.
This
This
horse is as smart as the average human.
Yes.
I'm smarter than this horse.
This horse is smarter than me, so it can absolutely understand. Like, that's all that matters to me.
Horse is almost as smart as Annis, and Annis is smarter than me, so...
Oh my god.
I mean, keeping in mind also that this horse became intelligent during the process of the miserable thing of becoming a
God.
fiend. So it
Yeah.
didn't actually understand what was going on if you were asking
Excellent.
horse for consent when it had an intelligence of 2.
Oh dear.
Well, now the horse can know what that is and be like, are you happy with your body or do you want to go back?
Yeah.
You are welcome to have that conversation.
Totally will. Yes, you and me, Penelope?
So how do I put this? Do you... Okay. We can both go out, but can I speak first?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
As long as I'm able to
Can
speak.
Can you do like a visual medicine check or medical check?
With the spores, did it need to be more hands-on? Because that's kind of like...
I mean, if you're looking for spores, you need
Well-
to do way more of an actual medicine check, like a doctor
Yeah, because like the
checkup.
inhalation, if she hasn't had visible spores on her, just knowing that she's been around him, the inhalation is his concern.
Right.
Because she can not show signs like, you and me, but we still... I mean, Annis too, because her and I were right there, and we found out that we were very susceptible to it afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be a whole on. I need to have like an actual check with her, or just use my abilities and go in blind and just be like, look, if you had anything at this point, you're good now.
Let's
Before
start with just kind of checking and trying to
Okay.
smooth things over before she attacks or anything.
preferably would like to heal her before, if she does decide things go.
Yeah.
I just want to break that
And we
connection.
may not even get to that point.
Yeah.
So I would like to go talk to her. I
Yeah.
would like someone to come with me, and if you want to come along, that would be amazing.
Yeah, I'll lend you my 4 legs. I got you.
Okay. What?
Oh, yeah.
Before I cast it, I can do enhance ability on one of the two of you. Does Penelope have something already that gives her advantage on charisma checks? Because if not, I can cast that.
Don't.
I'm also
Don't let me say I don't. Hold on. Let me.
You will lose
I'm
your
double
bark skin,
checking
though.
because I have huge brain
will
farts.
lose what?
You're going to lose your bark skin if you cast it.
I know.
Just making sure. We don't cast these spells often enough, so just didn't want you to get surprised.
And Iden's gonna look at like hey.
I don't
Actually,
think I.
That's probably what happened to Bark Skin in the first place, because I cast it, then we fell, then I cast Daylight.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Was daylight concentration?
It's not.
But doesn't
But I
it
thought
have
if
to
you-
an action to do it though?
Well, that doesn't matter if it takes an action. You can just only have one concentration spell at a time.
Okay.
Gotcha.
You're right. Yeah.
But
Yeah, it's
no,
not, so you're good on that.
She doesn't have anything for advantage.
Okay. Penelope, not
yeah,
that you need it, but do you want to be a little more charismatic for when you're talking to the lady, the spider lady?
I could always use a little bit of extra charisma.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm gonna guidance myself because she's got that, and I don't want to fuck up anything. Just, hey Penelope, do your cheek to the hand face thing really quick, right? Right?
Okay, I didn't lean forward.
Yeah.
Okay. And she's gonna like put her hands on his cheeks.
And he puts his hands on top of hers, and he just casts guidance, and he just smiles. You can just see a happy face. He's like, hee.
Wait, did you just cast guidance on me?
Well, to me, but
Okay.
like he's having a moment. He's like, don't mind me.
Okay. Well, here, just for you, here's a bardic inspiration.
He puts his hands on her cheeks, like they are. It's like the prep talk, like hyping each other up. Like, yeah.
Except he's so short that he's having to reach way down.
All right,
Where is Aiden on here? Oh God.
I'm right behind you, actually.
No, I mean on the
combat tracker.
Oh, very
there
last.
You are.
All the way at the
It was
bottom.
very
So
low.
far now.
It's just like, where did he go?
Even
What?
Merlin did better.
He did.
Yeah.
Poor
I didn't-
Scraggly.
Maybe I don't know how to drag it on there. Oh no.
It's okay. I'll remember a D8.
Just assume it's there.
I got you. Yeah, he's
You
gonna
dragged
need
the-
it.
You dragged the box over.
I did.
Oh. Well, I don't know
think
then.
You're not casting a spell, so it's weird.
Yeah.
I got you.
So you got
Something popped
you
up
got
in
a
the
D8.
chat.
Yeah, if guidance
Yeah.
wasn't concentration, I would have passed out too.
Hmm.
But if you have advantage on charisma, I don't want to botch up everything you do. So he's just like, I got this.
She's like, you got this.
Yeah. He's
Right,
like,
we'll all be right behind you in case anything goes wrong. Just give the
I'm
signal. We'll
gonna say-
come
Okay.
charging out.
So-
speaking of that,
If she
yes.
looks at you funny, I'll light her up.
No, please wait.
Okay. Well. Okay. Hold on. Let's think of a signal really quick.
So by signal, I feel like we should just, if anything goes wrong, because I really feel like we shouldn't fight her. I'm concerned about that, especially with like Idosh being surrounded up there, and we kind of want to get there as fast as possible. Like,
Yeah.
hear me out. We take the staff with us; it's covered. If things go
Uh-huh.
wrong, we pull the staff, we blind her, we run, and we book it. We book it to upstairs, where we're
That's
with the
the
rest of the
plan.
group.
That's also something to keep in mind. Once they leave with the staff, the spiders are going to come back, so we need to not be against the walls.
So
Wait, so which
Okay.
way do we book it if we do that?
I would assume
Okay, so
upstairs.
We're going
Okay.
past them then.
Yeah. Or do you want to keep the staff with you and we go out there without staff and I just cast daylight and then you still have a light to make it through?
well, wait, hold on.
Would probably
That wasn't
maybe
the
be-
question though.
Oh.
The question was, what direction are they running in?
I'm assuming that lady's going upstairs is what it looks. I don't know if there's an upstairs. I would assume.
We don't know where they're going.
We don't know the way out.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we should ask her
Well,
politely.
okay, hold on. So, okay, I'm gonna. Here are two signals. The first one is if we need help, but it's not. We don't need firepower, if that makes sense. And then the second one will be, for if we just need you guys to come out guns blazing. Okay, so first keyword is gonna be. Oh God damn it! I've been watching too much Double. First signal is gonna be okay. First signal is gonna be groundhog. Second signal is gonna be honey badger.
Okay. And honey badger
So-
is the guns ablazing.
Yeah, honey
Okay.
badger is where we're done, and we're just gonna light her ass up. Groundhog is if we need assistance, but not necessarily violence.
Okay.
So, can either of you see in the dark?
Yes.
I can't see where shit in the dark.
To you.
But I didn't
That's
cast
why I'm
daylight.
carrying the staff.
But if you take the staff, that'll leave us in the dark.
I would.
But
Okay.
you all have dark vision.
Except for
Ilia
For Echo.
and
Echo.
Nelia, yeah.
Well, I
But
think
we
the
also-
concern there's the spiders, not really the
The
dark
spiders
vision.
are the problem.
Uh,
Oh, my god. Okay. Wait, hold on. Out of character. Do I have the golden fiddle right now, or does Johnny have the golden fiddle?
I think you still have it because it's a token, so to get its benefit, it has to be with you.
Okay. She's gonna pull out the bowstring, or the bow.
The
And
nightmare bow?
yeah.
Okay.
She's gonna hand it over to Johnny and be like, do you think you could use this for light?
I mean, I'm sure I could.
Without having to play the fiddle?
Yeah, but you won't be able to play the fiddle if you don't have it.
I mean, that's okay. I'll get it back.
Okay.
I could always cast daylight on something else. Back here.
I also don't want to carry a bowstring made out of nightmare hair, as we're about to go confront a Drider with a nightmare.
that is also
That is
very
fair.
fair. That is very fair.
That
yeah.
seems like a bad idea.
I agree.
Alright, if the bowstring will keep the spiders at bay, that'll work.
If not, you can always cast daylight on it. And make that the new source.
That's true.
So, okay. Does this work for everybody?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go.
Okay. Are we
Going.
able to move our characters?
You're
no.
not able
Okay.
to freely move them. I will approve your moves when you move them.
Oh.
So
excellent.
move up
Yo.
to your speed, and then we will
Yeah.
in turns.
My speed's greater than Penelope's speed.
I mean, that's true.
Ugh. Yeah, and before she goes, starts to walk, she's just gonna very quickly grab Johnny's hand for a second. Just a quick little squeeze of the hand.
Yeah. She squeezes it back. If anything
She just
goes bad,
nods.
I'll be right there.
Okay. And then she's gonna go.
Yeah. Han's gonna be right next to her. Making sure he's got eyes on her.
Doing the careful walking again.
I'm assuming we're gonna be hey, not to startle you, kind of announce ourselves.
And before she gets around the corner, she's just gonna be I didn't remind her to stay a little back.
A little back. Why?
Just trust me on this one.
Okay. Well, I mean, when I have to go
I mean,
medically
don't
check her, I'm gonna have to go past you and
don't stand 25 feet. Just stand right behind me if you don't mind.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, and we again, are we gonna be hey, not to startle them?
I'm gonna get a little closer before I say anything.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
They move away with the light source. Anis is going to pay attention to see if the spiders start creeping back in.
Oh, yeah.
So the light source that you had has a really wide range. The light source that you're left with is a bit smaller because it's effectively a torch. But it's enough for your group. Echo's going to move up a little bit just to better consolidate your group around the smaller range of the new light.
Okay, she's gonna get to... Ugh. Oh, okay, that was weird. She's gonna get to there.
Okay.
I
need to make sure that Aiden actually can be seen, so move him right behind her.
Yeah.
There we go.
So if you can see their tokens, then you know you have line of sight.
Oh, well, I was gonna say because he was on the wall, so I just wanted to make sure. Yeah.
I can see their tokens. Does that mean that Anis would need to move so that she can't be seen?
I think so. The lot of you are doing party vision, so you can see what Penelope can see.
Okay.
The main thing was as long as Penelope can see, Aiden can also see, and that means you have line of sight.
Okay. So when she gets to this point, is the Drider still turned around?
Yeah, she is exactly where she was when you were here before.
Is she doing can I make a check to see if she's is she doing anything? Can I hear anything?
Yeah, you can do a perception check.
Okay. She knew she was waiting for us.
Oh God.
Perception time. All right, I'm rolling my perception real quick.
Wow.
10. Wow, you're really rolling.
From this distance and in the dimmer light, you don't notice anything especially about them beyond that they're there.
Okay, I'm gonna sneak just a little, not sneak, but step just a little closer.
Okay.
I'll follow right behind.
Do I notice anything now?
Like, what are you specifically looking for?
I just want to see if like they look like they're, because they're walking, right? Or are they just standing there?
They're just standing there.
Okay, can I tell if they're like actively looking for something or like they just chilling?
They
Like,
seem to just be chilling. They're both looking ahead, not back at you.
okay. And she's gonna take one look back at Aiden, give a quick, just
Like nod.
like like a quick little nod,
Okay, he's gonna let you do your thing.
and then she's gonna step a little more forward.
He might pull your arm back on that one. You're really close already, because that's 5, 10, 15. You'd be at the 20-foot marker. If you're within 15, he's kind of concerned about reach.
Oh, okay.
He's like, he kind of wants you to make your speech
Yes.
first and gauge them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. She nods.
Cool.
Then she just takes a deep breath and is just like, hello.
She doesn't seem to be reacting to you.
Oh dear.
Do you need to speak louder? Like, do you think she could hear you?
I mean, I spoke as loud as I could. Maybe she
okay.
doesn't speak common.
He and Sylvan. Penelope, is it okay to? Can I?
She just nods. Or wait. She like.
Maybe
she like gestures for him to lean forward.
Yeah.
Like, what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, hello. We just came to talk. Do you happen to know Common?
Or like, were you gonna say hello in Sylvan?
Yes, but
Okay, what's the word?
yeah. And then he repeats back like hello to her.
Mm-hmm.
In Sylvan, so he's like, "This is hello."
Okay. And she's gonna repeat it back to him.
Pronunciation needs a little work, but it's enough to understand.
Oh,
yeah. Well, we'll work on that.
Okay. Wait, is it more like this? And she tries again.
Like, you have to have a it's very airy sounding.
Oh.
Yeah. Think of like the whispers in the trees of the leaves.
Okay, I'm gonna give it one more try.
Okay. They're having a class. Wow. Yeah, we're gonna have to sit down for this one.
Yeah,
I like that you're doing all this like 15 feet away.
Yeah. So they're repeatedly saying hello in Sylvan. I'm sure she can hear this. Like, I know they're kind of whispering this.
So
maybe
I'm gonna try.
Faster.
I'm gonna try.
Okay. You know what? I got you. You believe in this? I believe in you.
Okay. All right. Cool.
It's the effort that counts.
Yeah. All right. And so now she's gonna say it out loud.
Oh shit!
Naturally.
He's so proud of her. He's like, "Wow, you really catch on quick. I felt the rustles, the magic." But all she said is hello.
Yeah.
Super fluent sounding.
Incredibly well.
The woman's gonna think you're fluent, and then you're gonna be like, "All I know is hello."
You're not getting any response.
Oh no.
Should I try my hand?
I mean, what other languages do you know?
So he's just like, maybe she speaks dragons.
Dragons?
Yeah, draconic. Maybe she's.
Oh, do you know draconic?
Yeah, I mean, Kilthak's my leader.
Oh.
It'd be kind of insulting if I didn't.
Fair.
Should I just say hello?
Okay. You try it.
Okay.
Oh, and if that doesn't work, I have an idea.
Oh, okay. Out of character. Her name was Shinara?
Shelara.
Shelara?
Shelara.
Okay, so he's just kind of like, hi, Miss Shelara, in like Draconic.
You do not get a response.
Okay,
Backtrack.
okay. She might be in a trance. Maybe I should just talk to Archon. Maybe that would help.
Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. Aiden, do you mind staying right here?
I really don't want you going forward.
No, I'm not going forward. I'm going back to the group for 2 seconds.
Okay,
Okay.
I'll just stand right here.
Or if you want to come with me, that's cool too.
I'm gonna keep my eye. I just want to make sure, because I mean, we've already, we're out here.
Yeah.
I don't want her to think.
2 seconds. It's
Okay,
yeah,
you're
it'll
good.
just take
You're
2
good.
seconds. Sorry. Okay. She's gonna run back and run up to Johnny. Be like, "Hey, Johnny." Hello? Uh-oh.
Okay, so as you turn around to run back and say hi to Johnny, you can feel the stone that you were standing on click. And you do a very bardic roll forward as a bear trap goes off where you were before.
Oh,
which you had apparently been standing on for this entire conversation.
Oh my god.
We didn't check for traps. That is fair.
You perceptioned and you didn't see it.
Yeah, we didn't say. Well, are you okay? Like,
Yeah,
I was just like,
she got out of it, but it was waiting for her to move.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe that's why she was quiet. Maybe she was waiting to see what happened. Oh no, there was a bear trap.
For what it's worth, the bear trap is now covered in spiders.
Oh,
Lovely.
hello, spiders. Please don't hurt yourself on the pointy edges.
It's closed now.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah. So she's
Are you okay?
running up
Whoa.
to Johnny. Yeah, no, I'm fine. Quick question.
Yeah?
Do you know Infernal?
I mean, yeah.
Okay. How do you say hello?
It's not really a language that's prone to greetings. The closest that we've got to it is
Girls.
submit or be burned. But I can give you that.
No, that's not gonna work. Ugh.
Aiden just calls back. Don't you have like abilities to like?
I have comprehend language.
Oh.
What is going on?
Wait, see. It's just Aiden's like calling back over his shoulder.
She's
like
just
either.
look back over.
Yeah. Just.
Oh shit. Just don't worry about it.
He's gonna try one more language that he's got.
Okay.
What was her name again?
Shelara. I'm typing it in the chat.
Okay, thank you. Because I literally put shell and then Ara. Oh, that is one less L. Any response?
Nope.
All right.
So now I'm gonna perception on her because part of him thinks that she's in a trance, and that is that an insight or a perception?
So if you're just,
It seems very like
it would be more of an insight, but you'd have to get closer to do that because you got her back.
yeah.
Mind you, it's her back with her giant bit of spider, so like her torso is actually in like the top right corner of that.
I think I need you a little closer to see something. I feel like she's in like a trance.
Okay, I'll get a little closer.
I was gonna say I'll step in front of you. I want to make sure you're protected. If you're okay with me stepping one in front of you.
Sure, go for it.
Okay. And if anything, that means you're closer to Johnny. If anything, it does happen. Okay. And so
Should we move in too, or
they haven't said anything to like warrant it. And then he's gonna insight. Is that close enough? Like that extra?
Let's see. You're
like
Yeah, you're 10 feet away.
Okay.
You're within enough to give that a shot.
Oh shit! 27 insight. Is this lady in a trance?
This lady is suspiciously calm and indifferent to your presence.
Yeah, he was concerned about that after all of the different languages they went through. Does it feel like he's concerned that Eilish may already actually be in control of her? So, Penelope, hear me out. I'm just going to ask a question.
Okay.
And he just looks back at the body. He's like, Miss Shelara, is that you? Or is this Einosh?
You are not getting a response.
And he just looks over at maybe Archon? He looks to the horse.
The horse is also completely still and staring forward.
Okay, I'm about to do something really stupid.
Please tell me what you do or what you want to do before you do it.
I think this is an illusion.
Okay. Hold on. I've got a thing for
Can
that.
I make an Arcana check to see if this might potentially be an illusion?
If you would like to inspect an illusion, assuming there's an illusion, you have to get close enough to it to interact with it. Because illusions are, by design, things that you can't tell just on sight.
Do you want me to go inspect, Penelope?
I mean, are you good at inspecting illusions?
Well, I was going to say, if it doesn't feel real, I will dispel the magic in the area. And by the area, I mean specifically on them.
Do you have Dispel Magic?
I do.
Okay. Alright, well, I'm gonna move. Just come with me at this point.
Okay. And just slowly, just
gonna get up that close.
Yeah, just very... Wherever she ends up, he's gonna be, like, very much... Okay, so yeah, he's right there then with her. Like... Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so I want to check to see if this is an illusion.
Okay, how are you checking? Are you just glaring at it? Like, what are you doing?
I'm gonna try to shove your hand through it.
I'm gonna reach out and try and touch one of her legs.
Okay. So Penelope reaches out to the Drider's leg. You move your hand forward, and right as you're approaching it with your hand, you can feel heat emanating.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, the Drider and the horse flicker away.
Oh.
But you still feel the heat.
Oh no.
And as such...
Wait, who's rolling for me? I'll roll for myself.
You are getting rolled for...
My D4. My guidance. No, it's a skill, or hold up, I gotta look at my guidance. So it's like, I'd put that bad boy on there immediately if I need to.
For your guidance?
Oh, it's an ability check, okay.
Yeah, this is not an ability check.
No.
I mean, you could use that Bardic Inspiration.
Oh, can I use that?
Let's see.
Because it works on saving throws.
Well, then fuck yes.
This is a saving throw. That is your warning.
All right, yeah. I'm going to use that Bardic. This is my D8, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Motherfuck.
Okay.
12.
All right.
I cry.
Ugh.
Well, if I have to heal myself, thankfully I'm a cleric.
Good times.
Good times. Like, ooh, I got a burn wound.
All right. So first up, we're gonna. So they disappear, but you do feel the heat as they explode in front of you in a burst of flame, which scares the spiders away. Good news. Good news.
Silver linings.
Silver linings. Right. Aiden catches the full blast of it to the face.
Ooh.
Oh.
Let's just say I covered your body. Like, you know, he'd fucking get between you and the flames.
All right, and
Oh.
now Penelope, it's gonna do a bunch at you, and then I'm gonna half it because you passed your save.
Oh.
So let's just
God.
I'm glad I got
give
half
that
for
a half.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, he's...
Also, Aiden is now on fire.
Oh.
So they poofed and exploded into flames. The bulk of it catches Aiden in his larger body, and he is ignited. So for a brief moment there, Aiden is the burning horse next to you instead of the nightmare.
I think
Penelope does take a fair bit of damage from that, though. That did hurt, but you're not on fire.
Yeah, he stopped, dropping, and rolling. You see this boy horse like no horse before.
Yeah, she's gonna pull out her bottle of water and just splash it on him.
Oh, thank you. Oh boy.
Okay, yeah, that'll put out the fire. Yeah, everyone back there sees a big burst of flames go down it doesn't reach you, but it whooshes through the area that they just went through. And yeah, they're not waiting anymore. They're running forward.
She's just gonna be like, groundhog.
Don't mind me.
Groundhog. That was the one where we rush in but don't.
Just tell her.
As she's running.
Ooh.
Okay.
I am charred.
Yeah.
And
that was
reaching into her bag and pulling out a potion.
Oh, that was just about to ask if you had any of those.
Oh yeah.
Shit! I closed the window.
Oh, no. So yeah, that was definitely some sort of they weren't there. First there was a bear trap that we definitely didn't pay attention to. Yeah, that was definitely a fire trap. Ooh.
Would you say your potion of healing or greater healing hurts?
It might need to be a little bit of an extra oomph.
Is he still on fire?
Not
it's
anymore.
been put out.
I put out the
But
fire.
I am in the red at 33 out of 51.
She just puts her greater healing potion in his hand. Let's see, 44 plus 4 hit points when you drink it.
Oh. Okay,
so I need the map again.
How do I
think?
Here, do you want me to roll for you, or
you said 44 plus what?
Plus 4.
Okay.
So you'd get 14.
There we go. Okay.
So
do you want me to mark that?
Yes, please. I don't think I can. Can I?
There you go.
Yay! All right, and then he'll. Do you want to give Penelope one too, or would you rather me just you want to hold on to that and I can pop a spell?
Well, that was my last potion of greater healing.
Well, I say she didn't get hit as bad as I did.
Yeah, she's just gonna look at Aiden and be like, "Thank you."
Yeah, no, any time.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. And
No, it's okay. Look, I can do this. And he and he just pops. He's gonna pop some healing. And he's like, it's okay.
As Aiden is doing that, his passive perception can hear something in the room. It's hard to tell where. It's echoey, but it's very slow.
He's gonna stop everything he's doing and he's gonna call out, Shelara, are you there? In Sylvan.
But what did he hear?
I don't know.
He heard a slow clap.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna actively perception.
Yeah, me too.
Same.
Oh!
Oh,
Annis is back.
11. Yeah, he's still a little crispy. He knows that it's there. Yeah. Oh,
hey.
All
go
right.
ahead, let's go. He's looking, but they probably catch her faster than they do.
So now that you're up there, and what are you doing with the light at this point? Is it just all out?
It's still covered in the hand,
She
isn't
hadn't.
it?
Yeah, she hadn't
Okay.
uncovered it or anything.
Mostly
got
I'm
like a
determining what
smoke on?
Penelope's visual range is.
There we go.
Because like Johnny's torch is not as helpful from where she is right now.
Let me look through my.
So yeah, Annis is the first one to notice that where the explosion and fire and all of that was, the ground is burned away a bit. But looking up, this part of the cavern is much higher than the other ones were. And on the ceiling is an upside down spider lady. And she's giving you a slow golf clap. And she, for reminders,
Is large.
is very large. And that is the lower body that goes with that picture.
Yep.
And you don't see a fire horse.
Yeah, that's my concern.
Hello up there. Don't suppose you speak common?
Oh, I do.
Oh, good.
And
Oh God.
I've very much enjoyed the many conversations you've had here before
God.
approaching my illusions.
Well, could we continue the conversation? Hopefully, maybe that would be nice. Now that we're not, talking to an illusion.
Aren't you afraid of my spores?
So you are.
Just like act like.
Insight.
It sounds like Einosh. Insight, indeed.
Hmm,
That's a good one.
boy, 2 in a row.
22. Yeah.
Like off
Yeah.
the 1 2, but.
You,
Talking to Einosh.
Oh.
no,
Damn.
you're talking to someone who's being sassy.
Oh, wait, she has spores too then?
Well,
No.
you were talking smack about how she might have
Yeah.
spores. She's been here the whole time.
Oh,
Penelope just
he wasn't
kind
talking
of
smack about
smacks her
it.
forehead. She's like, he was just concerned for your safety.
Yeah. How much do you know about the person that's supposedly upstairs? Like, are you with him? Like, because I'm more concerned about you and those spores, not us.
I am not with him.
Okay.
He has encroached on my territory.
Okay.
My children have less space to walk so long as his fungi cover my walls.
So you want the fungi gone?
It's more complicated than that. I'm not foolish enough to challenge a dead apostle.
Well, good for you. Good for you. Because I'm like, look, am I allowed to talk to Penelope? Can I just say some stuff?
Yeah, go for it.
Miss Ma'am Shelara, to be perfectly honest, like, if you're just trying to live here, there's nothing wrong with that. Now, however, maybe don't like take people's horses that they really love, because that man is really sad. I don't see Archon. Hopefully, I can have a brief conversation with him in a bit. But however, if you're just trying to live here, there's no issue with that. There is issue with the person past you. He's done some bad things, and honestly, if we could just go have our conversation with him, we need to take care of him, and if we could just get him out of here, then he wouldn't bother you or your kids anymore. That's pretty much, like, we don't want to bother you. Again, just would like to talk to Archon if that's okay. If you have a problem with him and we have a problem with him, I'm definitely foolish enough to start beef with him. So you
That
can
is
leave that on me.
foolish.
Huh?
That is foolish.
Yeah, no,
They
absolutely.
are
But
unkillable entities.
well, but they aren't untrappable.
What, you're going to tie him up with some rope?
Just pulls out lots of rope. Why, yes, actually.
Penelope's just gonna facepalm.
You are not the leader of your operation, are you?
Absolutely not.
Leader, but we are at least trying to get Einosh out of here. So for the moment, our goals do align.
For the moment, my children have gone without food since his arrival. They are hungry.
So, if, the kids were fed, would that mean, like, you don't take people's horses and, like, people can have, like, a nice trade back and forth to make sure they're sustained, like, agreements and
They
common...
do not eat horses. Those are for my hobbies.
Oh.
Are
Okay,
you offering me more horses?
Well, no.
Are you a
Because,
horse?
I mean, I'm part horse, like you're part spider.
How would you
Is
like
it...
to be on fire permanently?
I was gonna say, I was just on fire and I didn't really like it. Is it specifically horses for you?
There are all sorts of things that you can light on fire. Horses take it better than others.
I'm concerned about that. But again, maybe just like get the consent first.
They are not intelligent enough to consent. But once I'm done, they are intelligent enough to understand. It is a gift that I give them.
Oh, do you let them go back
Would you
to
like a gift?
It really depends. I would like to not be on fire if that's the gift you're trying to give.
You
I've
will
got
be
candy,
smarter
though. Would
and
you like...
understand the value of my gift.
Would you like some candy? He pulls out some
At this
candy.
point, you can roll
Oh.
roll persuasion
Oh, no.
if you wish.
I'm
Oh,
gonna.
no. We're not letting the charisma character do the talking.
Yep, the charisma character's been waiting to say shit this entire time.
Well, he's just gonna pass candy to
And-
try to make goodwill, and then he'll let Penelope take over.
It's whatever at this point.
He's just gonna... Maybe candy will help lighten the mood. You said, what do I roll?
You're rolling persuasion.
Persuasion. Oh boy. Persuade. Oh, I can use my D4 this time. Yay! Oh, that went out of like the machine thing. Okay, that did not stay in there. Stay in here, please. And then 17 to persuade to take some candy. All right, Penelope, it's all
Okay.
you after this. I'm gonna warm her up. I'm warming her up.
So you notice that she is starting to cast a spell.
Back up, everybody, please.
Dispel magic.
Not a
What are you
reaction.
dispelling?
Oh, well, I guess I'll wait. But like, yeah, we're gonna back up. Just a second. He's holding out the candy, but he's backing up with Penelope.
Aiden, you feel that your body was starting to lock up for a moment.
Ma'am?
But you shake it off.
Ma'am, I really don't appreciate that. That's not a gift, and that's not consent. That is actually the exact opposite.
Would anyone else like to speak for your group?
Penelope, it's all you. Doesn't like candy. Just keep that noted. She doesn't like candy.
Look, she's gonna step over to this side because she's like, I need space.
Okay.
She's like, all right, look, we're not here to hurt you. We're not here to hurt your kids. we're just
That'd be the
trying to
ones
help
that you
someone.
killed on your way in.
That was
What?
self-defense.
What?
The big one.
What?
The big.
That was before she got there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That was self-defense. People reacted too quickly.
What did you guys do?
They interrupted a nap and killed several of my children.
I'm sorry. To be fair, I didn't hit any of them. He just healed, but I'm sorry.
No,
They
we were
did
just looking
attack. Like they
deflated.
did no look. They did attack Beach. They did defend back. I'm sorry. And he just is looking at her.
We didn't come down on purpose.
No, we did not.
I actually don't know how we fell down, but we fell down and we reacted out of self-defense.
Yeah. For what it's worth, there was a trap. Basically, a hole opened up in the ground,
Oh.
and everybody fell through.
Guessing that wasn't your doing.
Yeah, especially if they were taking a nap. Like, I can't imagine you would open up a hole in the ground.
That is not advantageous to our hunting. If I could open holes in the ground, I would not be trapped in here.
Wait,
Yeah.
you're trapped?
So, yeah, what?
The path out is blocked by fungi and those spores you keep speaking of. We are trapped down here. We have not left in days.
Oh.
This is why my children are hungry.
Oh, I thought maybe you could get out. I didn't realize you were trapped too.
So we can do something about the fungi.
What was Penelope gonna say?
So, you said you've been down here for a few days, right?
Yes.
Where were you before that? Have you always been down here in the caves? Or were you somewhere else before you came into the caves?
I have been in these caves doing my research since I came through from the portal to the much bigger place below. I have left
hold on.
occasionally.
Were you at the Wellspring last night?
No, I have not been able to leave for days.
Yeah.
What ate the bat if it wasn't you?
We do not eat bats.
Something ate my bat.
So it's gotta be fungi related then. Or
Aiden, you saw. Well, you said you saw something jump up and eat Bathtolomy.
Very large, like horse-sized, you know, and if Archon's stuck down here too, then it wasn't Archon. Which means it's definitely related to Einosh and the fungi.
Oh, perfect.
Actually, hold on. Ma'am? Shelara?
Yes.
When did you get your horse? The current horse?
My most recent project was a week prior, I believe.
Okay, was there an elf with said horse before you started your project?
Yes, it was a tended horse.
Okay.
So that was definitely Archon.
Yeah. Okay.
Would you like to see him?
Yes, please.
He's been improved. Are you sure I can't interest you in such a similar thing?
No.
Never done it
I'm
with
very...
a centaur.
I'm actually very happy with my body. Thank you. You know, if I ever, I guess, decide when I'm like really old, I want to get upgraded, I will definitely come back and I will take you up on that offer maybe later.
So we
Long-term
can
plans.
get rid of the fungi, and we could probably arrange for food for you and your children. I don't know about providing things for you for your hobbies, but if you help
I was thinking
us...
of trying to build my own
Build
centaur.
what?
So if you could bring me a horse and an elf.
Can't do that. Not gonna do that. If you don't...
This is where we're like not really on the same page. Is what
You don't attack us, we won't attack you, but I can't guarantee that if you go around kidnapping elves and horses that someone won't attack you.
It sounded like Penelope was trying to say something.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what I was trying to say anymore. It's fine.
I have done my research for quite some time and made much progress.
So,
I do not foresee myself stopping anytime soon.
question.
Not when there's so much to learn.
What are you trying to learn? Like, what's the purpose of this research?
Improvements.
Just like in general, are you searching for something? Like, I don't know, like a cure to a sickness?
Normal things are boring. I pursue mystery. New things add to that. You look like you have many new things. She looks over the group and sees a halfling, a half-elf, a centaur, and then looking further back a little bit, she can see a homunculus and a wolf and Johnny and so on and so forth. You've got quite an assortment of parts.
I'm gonna backtrack to again. Have you considered like asking people if they want upgrades? Like, so it's consensual? Because maybe the horses can't consent, but I feel like if you were to ask, it would, wouldn't be morally wrong and
It's
like
my moral
that.
imperative to improve things, even if they don't understand that they're being improved. You should understand that, or at least perhaps you will.
I don't like that will part. I'm gonna be really honest.
What is
with you,
Penelope
man.
doing?
So, sorry to interrupt, but like, we're kind of here on a mission, guys.
Yeah, like I'd like to
ma'am, we can't help you with your hobbies, like we said. Kind of goes against
everything we stand
what
for.
some of us. It's not something that we're able to help you with. However, if you can point us in the direction of where we need to go to deal with this fungus problem you're having, we can go take care of it. And we can get, this cave back to the condition that you need it to be in. But also, if you could point out where the place is in the cave that you came from, that would also help us out a lot.
You wish to see the remnants of the pruning?
Of the pruning?
The place that I speak of is where things go when they are necessarily removed.
Yes, we do want to see. I would love to see that.
It is a dangerous place. I left it for safety.
Oh.
I mean, of course.
Yeah.
But do you mind showing me at least where it is from like a safe distance?
If you wish to evict the one who is currently residing here,
Mm-hmm.
and I can freely walk my caves again.
Mm-hmm.
I will show you to this portal. I
Okay.
cannot, however, follow you too closely to it. It is guarded,
Oh, what?
and I
What's
do
it
not wish to
guarded by?
see it again.
Ooh.
Well, what's guarding it?
I don't fully understand it, but it gave me great purpose.
It's the shadow.
Oh. Wait.
Her origin's been awakened. Okay, everything's coming together. That's
Yeah,
why
and this would be a
she's...
great time for Lucretia to be down here.
Yeah.
Um.
Yeah, he looks at her and he says that to
God.
her. He's like, her origin's been awakened. It's the shadow.
Okay, so great, lovely. We can't get too close to it then.
That answers his concern that he had this entire
Fuck.
time about, and I'll still get to see Archon. He just kind of looks at her.
She lowers herself on a thread down to the floor in front of you.
Oh,
Oh, jeez.
oh,
And she's looming a bit above the lot of you now, but she says, "Oh yes, I would be happy to share my hobbies with you."
also, because we do need to make sure that she'll be okay. You don't have any spores in you though, right? Like you're positive. I just want to make sure that he can't do anything to you. Like if it's okay with you, can I do a medical check on you?
Can I do an equivalent check on you?
Like a medical check? Or are you trying to change my body again?
I would like to know how your insides work.
But are you
It
going to do
would
that
be
from
very helpful when I'm building my own.
Ooh. Well, I don't know if I should say this, Penelope.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Don't say it. Don't
I'm
say
not
it.
gonna say. Okay.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
I'm slightly concerned.
Well,
That you're gonna try and take my insides to be outsides. I'm not
actually,
gonna lie,
hold on,
ma'am.
Hold on. Here's a question
Yeah.
for Shelara. How close have you gotten to basically your crazy cave roommate?
When he first arrived, he was a different person.
Uh-huh.
He was old and long
Uh-huh.
and sickly.
Right.
And he interfered with my space. So I attacked him.
Mm-hmm.
And when he died, another replaced him. The younger one, the softer one. I could tell they have the same smell.
Mm.
When he died and you killed him, were you surrounded by spores? Was there an explosion?
When he begins his fight, he releases them. But I am not a fool. I hold my distance.
Okay.
And she's saying this as she's like feet away from you.
Yeah. He's just like,
Then in that case, I think she's okay. I don't think you need to do a medical check on her.
Okay.
She leans
Shelara,
forward really
it's
close to Aiden, like she's looking over how his torso is connected.
Shelara,
The humanish part to the horse part.
I mean, it's quite similar to yours.
It's kind of you to offer to check him as well. But I don't think we will be needing that kind of trade happening.
I appreciate it.
So, if you can, Aiden would really like to see Archon.
Mm-hmm.
And then we would like to go and see where these mushrooms start.
We can take care of the fungi.
So that we can get this jerk out of your hair. Figuratively speaking.
And she still like looking very close to Aiden.
This man is sweating.
With an almost obsession level tone, her eyes moving, darting from, like, she's very much analyzing you, like she's scanning you for later.
Oh. And he knows.
Have you ever considered the benefits of flight? You don't need to be bound to the ground.
Well, I mean, I can do like what you can do, and I can stick to walls. So I think I'm good
You could
without.
soar through the night sky.
I mean, I think there's magic
A
for that.
brilliant, burning
Nope. Okay,
trot.
no.
I mean, the
Nope.
birdie part's concerning. I think I'm very content right now. I'm good. Again, I appreciate the offer. I take it Archon can fly then.
If he could get out, he would fly greatly.
Oh, you
As
said
is,
get
he
out.
must settle for the space we have.
Okay. Yeah. Well, maybe he'll be able to fly soon. If I could just talk to Archon, and then we can go take care of the fungi. Like, he is fucking sweating.
So, since Penelope was taking the lead on this part of it, Penelope can make the persuasion roll.
Jeez.
Okay.
Go, Penelope, go.
Because right now she seems to be more distractedly interested in seeing how centaurs work.
Oh, thank Jesus. Please, just save my
I
ass.
agree.
Let's see. So many pieces. So many. Abdomen. What? Oh,
Abdomen.
yes, of course.
Yeah, oh, sorry, she got distracted.
Of course. Unfortunately, you're correct. This overstaying, this lack of welcome guest does get in the way of my greater studies. I will allow you passage, but I will not approach him.
Okay.
I have killed
Yeah,
him once, and it did not make my life better. He holds a grudge across bodies.
Yep.
I can guarantee you he'll have a bigger grudge at me than you by the time we're done.
He was not pleased to see what was left of his old form.
Oh.
I did make it better, though.
What did you do?
Well, as I mentioned, trying to build my own centaur.
Okay. You have some interesting hobbies. So
Lord Archon?
yeah, if you don't mind showing us the way, that would be lovely.
Of course. Oh, do you mind the traps?
Oh,
Or
yeah.
it's
Yeah, like the bear trap. I don't know if you noticed.
Okay.
Yeah. That was our bad. We're sorry to set that off.
You're fortunate that you only set off the one.
Yeah. Okay.
And with that, she sort of goes back up to the ceiling and skitters along.
He's gonna follow. Like,
Penelope's gonna look back at the rest of the group, like looks at Annis. Looks at everybody like, hey, everybody, is everybody cool with this? Or
Annis just nods.
okay.
I mean, if we can at least get
I
out of
am
here.
not
for now.
exceptionally cool with this, but I understand the greater good.
It's like, and it's just like looking at Montgomery with those eyes of like, we will talk in a minute. Like, you know, like those eyes of urgency where it's like, but we got to get this one thing done first.
Okay, so that thing's weird.
Yeah.
But now, well, I wouldn't call her an ally, but she's not an enemy.
We're not fighting her at the moment. I'm not saying this in character, but thank Jesus.
I'm honestly surprised I am not having a panic attack right now.
I want you to know Aiden is having a
Holy
full-blown,
shit.
like he's breathing. He just needs to get to Archon.
Wait, Aiden. We
Oh,
should be looking. We should be checking for traps. She mentioned bed traps,
yeah.
right?
I would we'll be looking around for those. Yeah.
But
Oh.
nope.
Okay. Let me roll perception.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
11.
How did we all roll so poorly for perception for traps?
You didn't roll that bad.
I did. Ugh.
So, yeah. Thankfully, Penelope is the one who's walking in the front, and she notices similar things to what she stepped on before and directs people around them.
Okay. I get close to Penelope.
Because fun
So
fact, the DC was 14.
Yay.
Oh, good.
Yeah. He's standing next to her. He is not he's this close to holding Montgomery's hand.
The game is not happy with all the auras that are getting bounced every time I move one of these paladins.
Oh, jeez.
All the status updates that I'm getting in the feed. I have them turned off for you so they don't flood out the chat, but I still see them.
Oh no.
Yeah.
All right, I'm not going to drag them anymore. You're about to leave this map, so.
Okay.
So, are we at a good point where we can stop and take a quick, 5-minute break?
Yes.
Ooh.
This is a good
I
time
mean,
for that.
we're about to change maps, so
Yeah.
So go ahead. I'll
Yeah.
go ahead and get the map set up. But yeah, we can take a quick break.
Hey.
Okay,
BRB.
cool. Yeah, I will be right back.
Actually, yeah, where is Archon in here? Is it not named Archon for the image?
No,
Oh,
because
shit.
I was showing you a picture of a nightmare.
Nightmare. Okay, gotta go to end. Look, let me just. There we go. Bam! Give myself my own picture of the baby boy.
It's not a happy horse.
It's okay. We're just gonna have a nice conversation.
Okay, so we good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I was saying while we were like away and muted and whatnot, just making sure everything's back. I could drag you onto a map for a minute and then drag you off of it, but we're just going to describe it instead because there's so many tokens and the game is chugging as I move you between them. So we'll pick up once we're finished with that part on a map. When we need one, we'll get it. Or if you decide you're just going to fight the spider lady, then yeah, we'll get the map, but I don't think you want to do that.
Yeah.
I feel like not right now.
I really don't want to.
So you continue down the cave for a bit. It's very disorienting down here. Like, you've got a guide now, so you're moving faster. You're keeping an eye out for various traps. You find a few more bear traps, oddly enough. These are not super complicated traps, but they seem to be things that could have been collected from hunters and placed about. These are not super complicated, but they're all over, and some of them, admittedly, you find with bones in them, implying that things were caught and then picked clean where they were. But yeah, as she goes through, you do notice that the walls throughout this entire cave are not necessarily always covered with spiders, but there seems to be a giant swarm of spiders moving along with you, which is kind of disorienting and makes you almost feel seasick when you look at it. Because aside from just the fact that they're spiders, the way that they move along the wall together is kind of messing with your sense of balance, almost. So that's gross. But eventually...
I will say.
Oh, yeah?
I still have like 1 day's worth of rations left. I think he's gonna leave that behind on the ground for them so they can eat. Like he's gonna leave the rations.
Okay.
Or I've got 2 of them. I take that back. So yeah,
You gonna leave some food?
I'm gonna leave both rations because they haven't eaten for days. So I'm gonna get rid of that.
Alrighty. So yeah, you leave some of that down. The spiders do sort of swarm over it. There's a lot of spiders, but a chunk of them move away, and while they're down there, you can see a little bit more of the actual natural walls behind them. Interestingly enough, beneath the mass of spiders, there's some luminescent moss. So perhaps if this place wasn't so full of spiders, you'd be able to see. But they're blocking out most of the light just with their presence. If anything, it makes it abundantly clear how many of them there are because you can see cracks of light as they move. Yeah. So she does eventually take you to something that at first kind of looks like it's going to be a dead end path, but it actually gets wider the further you go down it. And what you find is something that could probably be best described as a mage's laboratory here. There are magical circles engraved in the stone. There are a number of containers of all sorts. These look like scavenge containers, though. It's not like they were purchased, but like various pots, jars, drums with miscellaneous things in them. Like you can't really see from over here, but it looks like this whole thing has been kind of cobbled together by what she could scavenge from the area. There are a number of tables of varying degrees of cleanliness. You get the impression that this is not exactly a sterile work environment. And yeah, there's the requisite amount of, for lack of better way, stains and bones throughout. You can tell that she does not believe in using all of the animal. So the air actually has a pretty gross smell to it. It's musky. It's kind of gross. You don't get the impression that really matters to her, but it's not pleasant.
It smells like dead people.
Ilya does not look very happy here. This wolf is not happy.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, as you're walking, you can hear from the back Beach sort of murmuring to whoever is nearby him. I don't think this is a good long-term situation.
No.
It might get us through the day, but I don't think this is a good long-term situation. And
I didn't.
Montgomery chimes in. There are children in these woods. We cannot. Long term, we will have to come up with something.
I'm assuming
Yeah,
Aiden
no.
can hear this from like where he's at. He's just gonna.
Yeah, Aiden can hear it. You have good
Yeah,
perception.
Yeah, I was like, from
Aiden
like he's
can
gonna
hear
stick his hand behind his back and just nod his hand in agreement.
If Aiden can hear it, then the spider lady probably can too.
Yeah. Depends on how far forward she is. If she's on the ceiling, all the way up there, she probably can.
She's a little bit up. It's hard to tell what her auditory range is.
Yeah, she might have just because we were loud. I'm gonna say we were loud. We were trying to talk to this lady.
She was also just over you the whole time. You just never saw her.
That's
She's been
also
skittering
fair.
around above you since you first took your healing break.
But yeah, he just nods his fist behind his back in agreement to them. And then just slides his hand back forward.
But yeah, so she's in here, and what you can see beyond this main lab area are a number of side alcoves of stalactites and stalagmites and whatnot that have been covered in spider web. But while there are a lot of them, you can see a red glow behind one of them. And she walks over to it. Like, if you'd like to see him, he's recovering in here.
Yes, very much so. Just gonna kind of.
There are very thick strands of web covering this, but you can see between them. Like, they're not like full. It's more of a net. And yeah, on the other side of those, you can in fact see a nightmare horse.
Ma'am.
So I will share that picture again for reference.
I was like, I got that picture up already. Yeah. Are these like to keep him in place? Are these like? Is there a reason that he's webbed in like this?
Oh, he could break through those easily if he wished to.
Do you mind if like?
They're more meant to keep his light in for the benefits of others.
Okay. Is there like enough room like he could slide his hand through? Is it like completely like hard to?
You would be sticking your hand in a sticky web to do it. Like it doesn't. Like you can see through, but it's kind of like looking through a net.
Yeah.
But you can. Like I mean, it's spider web. Like you could do it, but you will be touching it.
Yeah. I'll hold off for now, but yeah. I'm just gonna have a quick moment with Archon. Just gonna check in on our buddy. And he's gonna kneel down to where Archon's at, and he's like, "Hey, Archon, how are you feeling?" And he just looks at him like, does he perk up his ears? Like it's not an illusion. It's like actually Archon.
Unlike the illusion, this one, like one, you can see the flames moving more freely. You can smell the burning coming off of it. And when you look at its face, like you can see in the art we have on screen, it looks like there's fire inside of it. Like you don't see pupils in the eyes. You just see flames from within. It's hard to read an expression out of the maw on this thing.
Yeah. Hey, buddy, hey. I heard you got little changed up a little bit, a little more flaming. How are you feeling? Nod your head once. You still sore? You know, nod your head twice. If you're feeling okay now. How
It
are you holding
snaps
up?
at you. It's an angry snap, like a snapping turtle.
Okay. Well, you see, Soren is really worried about you. He misses you greatly. Actually, I
Upon
can.
hearing Soren's name, it actually like sits up and starts to pace in its space. Like it's getting more worked up.
Okay. Hey, buddy. Soren sent me to come look for you. I needed to make sure you're okay. Do you want to go back to Soren? And he's like whispering this to the horse.
The horse is continuing to pace, but faster. It's starting to brush its body against the walls of this cave area. It's smashing into it. Pieces are falling. Some of the spiders that are outside of it are skittering away a little bit. You can sense. You can just sense the rage and anxiety coming out of this animal. It is not happy.
No. I'm going to try and. Would animal handling work even with like trying to like calm with like cooing and like normal like kind of horse like not
You can try the actions
neigh?
and you can roll it. You're not going to know if it works or not until you do it.
He's gonna be like hey bud hey. It's like take a moment, look at me, look at you. All right, very similar. I'm not like we've got we share a bond, and if this is something you want, he's just like I'll make sure to get you back, okay? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to whisper. He's like, I'll make sure to get you back. He's just like, for now, if you can hold tight, fine. Or if she'll let you go, maybe I can have a conversation with her. She's done, or she did. But I'm not gonna leave you here, okay? And he does like a little like, oh fucking hell, 16. He does like a little like horse movement, like kind of like in tune to him.
The horse starts to lean back away from you, full of hesitation, and then it clamps its front hooves down and sparks fly up, and then it starts to hop up back and forth in place like it's trying to throw off an invisible rider, and the flames on its back grow brighter and hotter. You can almost feel it from where you are, as if this thing is just getting more and more worked up the longer this conversation goes.
Okay. It's like insight really quick to see if that was like a like the throwing off motion, if that's kind of like directed as like I don't want to have some like he doesn't want to go back to Soren, or if that's like the like he can tell that it's like he knows anxiety and worked up, but it's like he's trying to figure out if he misses him or if this like this altering, this changing has made it that he
You
feels
can
more
roll your
allegiant.
insight, but roll it into the tower so that it's invisible, because if you see a number, that kind of kills the point.
Okay. Oh, sorry, 1 second. I accidentally fucked up this thing real quick. Insight.
Okay, so trying to read it, you get the sense that this creature is it's overcome with raw emotional rage. This is like when you encounter a hurt animal that's lashing out at everything all
Okay.
around it.
Okay.
You don't know if it's directed at anyone or any concept. It is just angry.
He's just overwhelmed. Yeah, I mean, he just had a big change happen to him. Okay. Hey, I'm sorry. It's all right, Archon. It's okay. It's like And he's just trying to coo to him again and just take
It is
him
snapping
down.
at you, and you're feeling the heat now. It's getting closer and more angry.
Okay, he's gonna back away. It's like for now, and he just looks at him. He's giving him the big eyes of like, I will be back. He's not saying anything out loud, and he's doing it with the utmost calm. And it's just, but he's not gonna leave him there. But for now, it's like this lady's like right behind them.
She's actually right behind you right now.
Ah, excellent.
Are you jealous of its power?
No, I'm fine actually. And she's like right back. Like, is she on the ceiling or is she like behind him? Like,
she's kind of doing the Spider-Man thing of she's hanging from the ceiling, but she's looming right behind you.
Thank you for letting me talk to Archon. I appreciate it a lot. Let's go deal with the fun guy. The fun guy.
So while all that was happening, can Annis be just kind of looking around
You snooping?
in this? Yeah, kind of
Yeah.
snooping.
Oh yeah. There
Would
is
that be
one.
perception?
So are you just like looking from where you're standing, or are you walking around while she seems to be distracted by Aiden's situation?
I'm not moving far, but I am moving around a little bit.
Essentially, if you're interacting with the environment, it's investigation. If you're just looking, it's perception.
I don't know that I'd want to touch anything in here.
Okay, then it would just be perception.
I'm gonna say, yeah, because it's one thing I really wanted to look at, but I think it'd be an Arcana roll, is like the circles themselves. But if you want to do that,
That's a dirty 20 perception.
Yeah. So, looking around in the area, you do see the, like I said before, you saw the mage circles. You see a lot of the stuff that she has around here. You actually do recognize some of the containers in this room are similar to the ones that you learned how to make potions with, because you first learned some of that around here. And thinking back, yeah, sometimes these containers would go missing. You don't think too much of the bottles because you put potion in them, people drank them, they tend to not bring them back because they're wasteful. But some of this stuff, even some of the materials that she's using, remind you of the things that you use when distilling potions. There's some chemistry going on here on top of everything else. You also notice from looking around, actually give me an intelligence check. I want to see if Annis remembers something.
Just straight intelligence?
History.
History.
ooh,
Okay. So looking around, you can see that there are other alcoves like the one that Archon's in.
Mm-hmm.
And while Archon's one is obviously horse-like, you start to notice some familiar things about the other ones, that they're suited for different purposes. For instance, you remember way back when you were looking at the watchboard for the Rangers, a few descriptions. And I'm just going to drop those in again.
Yes, I knew it. The juice dude.
And with that context, you start to wonder if maybe some of the things that people have been encountering around here weren't just coming through that portal.
They're her
In
creation.
fact, one thing that especially stands out to you is there are two of these little alcove things that have stone and lots of soil rummaged up within them, as if things had been trying to burrow out and couldn't for a time. And then you remember when you first arrived in Sherwood and encountered some land sharks that you shoved through a portal. Or would have, had you, not had to kill them.
in the alcoves, does it seem like it's big enough to it have been land sharks?
Yeah, this would have been big enough to contain land sharks. It
Huh.
seems some of the creatures around here have just been creations instead.
And I don't see Irvine Gilrath's corpse anywhere, do I?
Not yet.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's keyword.
Yeah, so that's all I saw with the Dirty 20 was the containers, the alcoves.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, like without actually getting up close on it, you can't really see what the research is per se. It's not like she's leaving tomes around. But you do see from the area, her obsession is clearly taken over. While she has lots of spiders and children and all of that stuff, she seems to become obsessed with this idea that she's going to create something new and interesting and worthwhile, which aligns with your theory that perhaps she's become a bit origin obsessed. And it makes you wonder what that origin is.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you want to look around, she's currently obsessed and literally right behind Aiden.
Yeah, I think I'll roll. I think I'll roll this. No, I think I'll look more Arcana-y, if that's okay.
I mean, are you specifically looking at the magic circles and stuff?
Yeah, just seeing if I can glean what kind of stuff she was doing.
Yeah, you could do that. It'll be a bit harder for you because it's not your kind of magecraft.
No.
But yeah, so this is definitely it's a combination of arcane and what is now labeled as primal. So there's combinations of druidic and more traditional, like Solomon-inspired arcane magecraft up in here. So you got your runes, you got your magic circles. Like she's multidisciplinary. Like maybe this is not strictly a druid or wizard, but someone who's dabbled in a few different paths. There's also a little bit to this that feels very different from your understanding of it, but you're not quite sure how.
Okay.
What is Penelope up to?
I have no idea. She's still kind of freaked out about the whole situation. I don't know. She's probably looking at some of the magic circles. She's basically in a place where she does not want to be right now.
It's like,
yeah, Johnny is holding her hand throughout this if she will let her.
Yeah, no, she's like holding on as tight. Like, she's probably holding on so tight that, like, maybe not like cutting off circulation tight, but like the grip is there.
Yeah. She's gripping back, and you can see that she has a finger gun on the ready.
And she's like, she can probably tell that Penelope is like actually shaking right now.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna need to make her roll for that. Should be pretty obvious. Like in general, like there's a sense of unease across the group.
oh yeah.
The person who seems to be taking this the best is Echo, with that stoicism that comes from being a homunculus, who's also accustomed to seeing life created, but she doesn't look happy with this circumstance.
No.
Like,
she did seem a little happy to hear that Irvine Gilrath that did the stuff to her place was killed, but
mutilated.
But she passed past that a little bit ago, so
yeah. But
it's almost FOMO, like she wanted to do it, but
oh
yeah.
Look.
But yes, I guess she's probably just like, I guess between just panic moments, just like looking at the magic circles to see if there's anything that she recognizes. But
yeah, you can do an Arcana check.
I'm crossing fingers. Go, Penelope, go. Please. Be the smarts.
16.
So, looking at the circles on the ground, you're familiar enough to know that, yeah, you recognize some of the symbols and the methodologies at work here, but there's also some things on here that are unfamiliar to you. Things that are if you had to make a guess, they're probably older and following older rules that have been kind of lost to time. Like, maybe she learned how to do some of this stuff on the other side.
Gotcha.
So you know that, like, at the very least, there's one instructor at Clock Tower that would absolutely love to see this.
Yeah.
Not that you necessarily want to bring them here, but this is kind of filling in some missing gaps for a lot of study.
Right.
You read my mind.
It also kind of reminds you specifically, Penelope, of the way back when you were in the Lupin Mansion.
Mhm.
Some of the weird stuff that was in the case that was very old and special.
Gotcha. She's going to start kind of like backing towards the exit.
That is fair.
And like she's just like, I don't want to be in here.
Yeah, we've pretty much come for what we needed. So it's because I'm sure you can hear Iden at this point, just like, yeah, let's go deal with the fungus. Let's go do that. Thank you for the talk. It's like he is pressed against the wall, trying not to be as close to her. He's like, thank you.
Are you absolutely sure if the color is a problem? I could try blue flames.
Oh, no, it's not a color thing. I'm quite content. Like I said, maybe in like 70 years. 70, by the way. There's a 0 on there. I can always swing back around, now that I know you're here. But at this current time, I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
Purely as a matter of my own curiosity, are there others like you on this side?
Oh, out of character, this is the thing where he's like, I'm not gonna say anything. And now he's just like staring at her like beady eyed, just like sweating. Because he doesn't know if he wants to answer this, because this is gonna be really, really bad.
It's up to you.
Oh, it's like she's probably gonna see if there was fucking why anyway.
Are you gonna lie?
I knows better not to, because either way she's gonna know. He's like, I don't think I'll lie to this lady. He's like looking at Penelope. He's sweating really bad, and he's looking at this lady back at her. And he's just like, well, you see, as far as I know. And he's just like sweating some more, and he's just like, questionable. I don't know. He's like gripping the wall for dear life.
Truly an orphan.
Do you know how many Driders there are in the world?
Now or when I'm done?
Have you met any other Driders here on this side?
Not since my arrival. This side does not sit well with them.
Right, exactly. So, as far as Iden knows, there could be plenty of other Stentors here, and they're just being very secretive.
So you're saying this might be my last chance
Anis?
to interact with a centaur?
Anis? Like I
Hey,
said, I can always swing back, ma'am. We can have a cup of tea, have a conversation about your hobbies. Just, we gotta deal with the fungus man right now.
We really need to deal with Einosh right now.
So you would return if you would do that?
I can bring
Not a lot on our plate. Really,
Yeah,
we
at the
just
moment.
need to deal with Einosh first.
Yeah. If we can handle Einosh, it'd be a lot more. Well, there's a
She
few things
moves
to deal with
really
first.
close to your face. Your hair is fresh cut.
Actually, that is a good question because she's been around so long. Would she recognize like his clan stuff? Because that's kind of
She hasn't said anything to that effect.
But she recognized that he's cut his hair. That's
She
very
does.
specific. It's very specific tribe stuff. And he's just like, yeah.
Could I have a strand of that hair?
Well, you
No.
see, that's not something that we do. It's kind of sacred, ma'am.
Not even one.
No. Like I said, I can come back. I can come back.
She's reaching out towards your hair.
He's trying to lean away and like roll. At this point, he's just rolling like a horse that just flops.
Penelope's gonna
Yeah.
let go of Johnny's hand and then just go up and like put herself between Shelara and Aiden. Ma'am,
Yeah.
said no.
Ennis is doing that too.
Friends,
Like,
come
do
and
you
collect.
want our help getting out of this cave or not?
She seems to actually be thinking for a minute. That was what we were speaking of before, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that would be good. And she
Excellent.
slowly ascends back up to the ceiling and starts walking. This is the way to the path of the mushrooms.
Thank you. Very, very.
Right.
He is
Let's-
like gripping
just-
both of their hands.
She just squeezes his hand back and then she's like, all right, guys, let's just go.
As they're heading off, Ennis is gonna take Penelope's other hand that's not in Johnny's.
Oh, I've got both your hands right
No,
now.
she let go of
No.
Johnny's hand to step in front of Aiden.
Okay.
He will let go of your hand if you
um,
need to.
I mean, she's already let go.
Okay.
So I guess Annis just grabs her hand.
Yeah, she's gonna take her hand, go lead the way, and then Bat Vision.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so Bat Vision, you find the bat has continued following Lucretia as instructed. And what you're noticing is that rather than bothering with all of these annoying, twisting cave tunnels, she's just walking in a straight line and moving the wall as necessary. So she's creating a very direct route to wherever she seems to think she needs to go. And the paladin crew is walking behind her. It's kind of hard to tell how much ground they've covered because she seems to be taking the time as she walks to make sure that there's a big enough path around her that they don't ever get stuck in single file. So she's not moving as quickly as you lot were, but she does seem to be moving with purpose in a specific direction. You can also tell from the bat view that the fungi have completely overtaken the area that she's in now, and she's actually burning them in front of her and then clearing the stone behind them. She seems to be using some kind of magecraft or equivalent, since dead apostles are weird, to burn her path ahead of her. And the paladin crew is moving in behind her at an okay distance. From the bat's echolocation, you can sense that the air here is denser than before.
Like with spores, or it's just dense air?
Presumably with spores or haze or some possibly pollen. It's kind of hard for the bat to tell, but the air is not as clear. This is not a great place to go with asthma.
Look, it's
Gotcha.
a good thing we got our masks on.
Yes, and everyone who took a mask is wearing it.
So the bat's been flying continuously for at least a few minutes now.
It has occasionally taken a moment to land on Scraggly, of all people. Scraggly is ignoring it, and when it rests, it gets up and starts again.
Okay.
Scraggly kind of looks interesting with this bat on his shoulder like a parrot, but he's respecting of familiars and does not do anything to dissuade it.
Making a note of that. Okay, gonna quickly switch over to Hemlock Vision.
Okay. In Hemlock Vision, you can see the healer group is outside, and they seem to have made a bit more progress making their base camp. They've set up for receiving people if necessary. Like, they've got some water set up. You get the impression that while they're probably going to rely on supernatural healing, there's certainly an understanding that there may need to be some purification going on here, depending on what goes on. So they're actually pretty methodical with what they're doing. The paladins on duty back there seem to likewise be contributing a bit. You notice that one of the paladins in particular seems to actually be very well educated, more so than you would normally expect from a paladin when it comes to magecraft. That would be Alaquinal, the more bookish one, as was described to you before. He seems to be more participating than simply guarding, as they set up what is now very clearly a mounted field of protection. It also would appear from looking at it via Hemlock that whenever you see like little bits of dust or pollen or whatever float in their direction, it stops at the edge of their circle. So they seem to have made a clean room.
Cool.
Past that, give a perception check to Hemlock.
Oh, a Hemlock perception.
Yep. Okay. Hemlock does notice that there's... Up till this point, you've only really had spiders around. There weren't any other animals or anything of the sort. But Hemlock notices some rustling in the bushes every now and then. Not like, big lumbering bears or anything, but like there's more movement now than there was before.
I'll have Hemlock fly a little bit closer to the base camp, I guess.
Okay. Is Hemlock going to stay on the trees nearby, or is Hemlock going to actually land in camp?
Yeah, I'll have him land in the camp.
Okay. Yeah.
Near Grandpap.
He lands near Grandpap and Nora, and continues to sort of act as sentry and eyes in the area. Oddly enough, Hemlock's mask is probably functional in the event that you encounter anything that Hemlock shouldn't be breathing. So,
well, that's good.
Good job, little buddy.
All right, so I'll switch back to regular old Annis Vision.
Okay. Switching back to Annis Vision, you notice, and everyone else has obviously seen this as you went, that as she takes you down a different path than the one you came from, this is going more up. You can feel yourself getting a little bit closer to the surface, and also you notice that the spiders that have been disorientingly scurrying along the walls stop following at one point, and Shelara likewise is pausing now that you're all here. It's further up this way. The room has much water in it. He seems to like that.
All right, so we want to get masks on. I think there's probably going to be a lot of spores in the air.
Yep.
Yeah, he just tightens his up and prepares.
I can't tell how far away they are, but the other party
Actually, really quick.
should be getting close, I think.
Let me see. How hurt is Penelope still?
Still hurt. She didn't get any healing at all.
Okay, I wasn't sure if Anna's passed her a potion or not.
No.
Okay.
Nobody.
I'm gonna take care of that before we go up then. Hold up. I'm going to use one of my healing words on you. I'll give a D4 plus me 4, or my spellcasting ability modifier. Yes, that'd be the 4. And then I just drag it onto your name.
I think so. On the combat
On the
track.
combat tracker.
What do I grab? Like, do I grab the word itself, healing word, or like?
No, there's the box on your sheet
Yeah.
that's next to where the spell is listed. You just grab that box that's beside it, and then you put it on whoever you're trying to apply it to.
All I'm doing is not doing anything. It's on combat. Yeah, it's not doing anything.
Let me try. I also brought healing word.
If anything, I'll just roll it and then add the
wait.
4.
I did not mean to click that. Ignore that.
Okay. I'll give you back that spell slot.
Okay, never mind. I see what you do. Okay, I got it wrong.
Okay.
All right, so do you see like the little magnifying glass next to healing word?
Yeah.
Okay, click on that. You should see a thing that says heal, and then a little box next to that says whatever your amount is.
Okay, and then I drag
You
that.
click on that box and drag it over.
Geeks.
There you go.
Hooray.
All right.
Yay.
And that spell should be gone.
I was gonna say, what does he say for healing word?
Yeah.
What is his word of healing?
It's important.
He would do like a little blessing in Sylvan and just hold your hand and then just have the energy seep through.
She's just gonna be like, what does that mean?
I don't know how to translate it too well, but it kind of wishes just well health.
All right, she's gonna try and say what he just said.
Oh, it was almost 20.
Or continued well health.
Did I say it right?
We definitely have to work on the pronunciation. You're trying. It isn't like it's definitely it takes a bit to pick up on. Yeah. It's okay. So Sylvan's not quite easy.
Yeah.
It's okay. You'll get it in no time. Yeah.
Okay. So
Thank
we
you.
all healed up and casting all the spells we're casting?
I'm gonna heal up real quick because I've got 19 away from me.
So what are we thinking? Do we want to try to be stealthy and sneak up potentially on Inoshavi's here, or what are we doing? Because I can make us all stealthier. He might be distracted by the advanced team barging in. Lucretia is really powerful. She's not following tunnels. She's just making them herself. Just going straight.
Oh. Wow.
And she's doing something to burn all the mushrooms away. It's incredible.
Then I guess, yeah, let's approach with caution, and she may catch up and help us out when we get there.
All right, I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace.
I'm going to heal myself
Maybe
with a healing word.
Wood Elf. I guess it's not Wood Elf.
Apparently, I only brought the healing words. I had a lot of like.
Did I already use it?
Pass Without a Trace?
Yeah. Because I don't see it.
You might have. You might have cast that before when you were first approaching stuff. I don't remember.
Dang, I probably did, because I don't see it anywhere on my list.
Actually, how many? I kind of look at the ants. How many potions do you have in there? I know you don't have any greater, but
I only have 4.
Okay.
That's all I could make.
Okay.
In such a limited amount of time.
Yeah.
Wait. Hey, Aiden.
Yeah.
Lean forward.
Oh, okay.
And
At
she's
least-
gonna put her hands on his face again, and she's gonna be like, "For real, like, thank you." And she's gonna cast Healing Word at 2nd level.
Aww. I'd do
So-
it again for you.
Yeah.
I gotta protect my friend.
Yeah, I'm guessing you must have cast it before, but I don't see the effect on anyone, and it lasts a while.
Yeah, it should anyway.
It should also just be prepared all the time.
Yeah, I thought it was Wood
So-
Elf, but
Yeah, I might not have set that one up correctly.
well, and now I don't see any of my Wood Elf stuff. Weird.
Let's see what's going on in your action list.
Oh,
Wild shape
no,
is so
speaking of
big.
which, actually, before they get up there, Aiden will pop his, he's gonna be like, hey, can we hold hands again? Or, yeah, because we're getting close to where it would be at the top, right? Yeah.
I'm going to mark
Yes.
Pass Without the Traces prepared for you, because it should always be prepared.
Oh, I put it in standard mode, and I guess I did cast it already, and I guess I only get to do that once a day.
Well, yeah, as a freebie, but it should still be on your spell list.
Yeah, but I didn't bring it because it's a freebie with Wood Elf.
Right.
So,
Yeah, like I'm saying, it should still be listed as that. It doesn't count towards your numbers. So
Yeah.
I'm going to have it marked as always prepared for you.
Hmm.
The little things that I've learned about the system since we first set up your characters. Let's see. Also, your list is crazy big thanks to Wild Shape.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna try and be like look at Penelope and Anna's, be like, can we just hold hands just for a second, one more time? Gotta get consent. It's kind of the
Oh,
big
and
thing
that-
right now.
Unless Beach already drank the potion, I did give him one, so yeah, he has one.
I don't think, did he drink it? Because I know you passed it to him.
Mm-hmm.
I think he did. I think he drank it almost immediately.
Okay.
Unless
he
it was covered by Aiden's healing, in which case that's what happened.
Well, I was gonna say, because I definitely healed him immediately after
Mm-hmm.
they scattered. I just don't remember if he actually healed himself before he got healed by Aiden.
Then no, he's still holding it because Aiden, I think, topped almost everyone off.
I did. I popped a bomb apiece for that.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's what
so-
I thought happened. I handed it to him, but then Aiden healed everybody.
Yeah, it
Right,
says,
before
when
he
they-
actually got an action to drink it. So he's just holding it.
Cool.
Okay, so you should have Pass Without a Trace prepared now.
Yay.
I'll code it in later to just always be prepared, period, because it should be. I think the system lost it in one of the updates.
It happens.
I'll also get
Okay.
out of your list because I imagine that me looking at it probably makes it a lot slower.
All right, so I'm gonna cast Without a Trace.
And then, yeah, Aiden's asked for Penelope's and Annis's hands again, if they are willing to give them.
Yep. And
All right, and it's friendship time, homies. You feel positive energy radiating in through your fingertips into your body, and now we have our emboldening bond. So for the
Oh.
next 10 minutes, as long as we're within 30 feet of each other, you can roll a d4 and add it to an attack roll, an ability check, or saving throw. No more than once per turn. For 10
cool.
minutes.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I can do that. Oh, my proficiency bonus is 3, so it covers all 3 of us
Nice.
until the next level.
Concentration So that what I did earlier, the charisma bonus or the charisma thing should have poofed.
Okay.
Ah.
The enhanceability. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll take that off your list. It should have disappeared on its own, but who knows? Goodbye,
Yep.
Vantage Charisma.
And then, something I need to let you know, because it is the strengthened version of Emboldening Bond. I don't know if they'd really realize it, or I guess maybe they'd find out reflexively. If someone within your 30 feet is about to take damage, a second creature within that range can use its reaction to teleport to an unoccupied space within 5 feet for the first creature, and they take all the damage instead. So I didn't knows about this and would purposely use this to protect you all. If you want to use it
You
and
get
be
a
like,
get down, Mr. President option.
yeah, you get it. Yes, you absolutely do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, as you've walked along and cast many a thing, I will finally give you a map.
Yeah.
Hooray.
One thing that you do notice is that now that there aren't spiders covering everything, and they're instead mushrooms, that bioluminescent moss is lighting the area up, so you no longer need a light spell to see.
Yay.
Hooray! Small
I'm
benefits.
gonna hand Annis her staff back.
Look, we may still need that later.
And takes the staff back, keeps the scarf tied around it, but she takes it back.
Cool.
we may need to blind Ninosh.
All right. Let's give Merlin the ability to see.
Merlin doesn't need to see. It's fine.
Light for everyone.
Ooh.
So yeah, here's a big pretty map that I didn't bother coding in line of sight for, because look at it. Like, why
It's
would I do that?
pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a pretty underground area with lots of glowy. So as you have made your way forward, you get to a much bigger open space, using an amount of rough head math from the fact that you can feel your bat and Hemlock. You get the impression that you are now in an area that's more directly under the wellspring. The way that you fell before was kind of at an angle, which is why you didn't take significantly more damage for going all the way down. It was more of a shoot, but this is a much bigger open area that seems to be almost, but not quite, an underwater lake. You can see water ahead of you, but it is not deep. You can walk on this, even if you're not Penelope. But it is very damp. And also, while you're looking at it, you can see that there's stuff in it because it's well lit now. So let's show you the stuff in it. Let's see if the game does what it's supposed to. Loading. Stuff flickered. Okay. So, not that anyone's seen it yet, but there's some stuff ahead of you walking around. There are some big mushroom creatures in here. You recognize them from the way that Scraggly described things before. Because these things
The medics
are myconids. And they are walking around in this wet, damp environment and flourishing. You
They
also
thrive.
notice from the bioluminescence on the cave walls visible clumps of spores floating around you. This air is absolutely filled with mushroom spores. And all of your mouths are covered, which is good. But the fact that you can see them tells you the density of the particles.
Ugh. This is not great.
We wear a mask proper. Noses and mouths are covered.
Would recommend.
Would recommend. We don't do that shit where it's below our chin. Fuck that
And
noise.
everyone who's looking around, give me a perception check.
All right.
Hey, you want to use your D4? Hold up. I think it's for skills.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah. You can
too
add your D4.
distracted, way too distracted by the spores.
Once per turn.
There.
It's a
It's a 7.
perception. 15, 19, and then... Dirty 20. I'm on my Einosh bullshit right now. What do I see?
So aside from the stuff that you can see directly ahead of you, you can see in the center of this area, there is an elevated space. Several layers of stone go upwards out of the water, making kind of like a little, I wouldn't say mountain, like you could climb this if you really needed to, even without special horseshoes, but it's sticking out. And there's stuff on that too.
Oh boy.
So there's a few high ground mushrooms in this space. And also, there's a dude.
Motherfucking
Oh,
on my
no.
Einosh.
No,
I'm on my
no,
Einosh
no,
bullshit.
But we don't see him. Only
Oh,
Iden.
Only Iden sees him up there. So that's a thing to think about.
Let me just spend all my spell. Hey, you son of a bitch.
And I'm going to ask the important question before we wrap, because we're not going to start this thing now. It's too close to the play. But are you still carrying that seed on you?
Which one?
I mean,
seed
you
of
know which
Einosh?
one.
Oh, look, I have like 60 seeds on me, sir. Yeah, I think I do, because he wrapped it back up before they left.
Okay.
Yeah.
Important thing to note.
Oh boy.
Oh god.
It's wrapped.
So-
It's wrapped. I want you
It
to
is
know.
wrapped. It's not eating your spells anymore, which is nice.
So I cast Pass Without a Trace. Did we need to make stealth rolls?
Yeah, let's go ahead and I'm just going to have the PCs make them. Otherwise, this gets too many chances for someone to screw it up. I think that's unfair to you. So the 3 of you can make stealth rolls.
Okay.
Oh,
So that's
boy.
a 22 for me.
Oh boy, stealth. Oh boy.
Remember, you add 10 to it.
Oh, thank fucking Jesus.
27.
Oh,
Oh no.
And a 13.
oh, Iden.
He's on his Einosh bullshit. Everyone else is hidden, and Iden's just standing there making eye contact directly with him. Like,
Well, you're looking at him. He's not looking at you. He
okay.
seems to be busy doing something else up there. You can't quite tell from this far away because it's pretty far away.
Boy. Oh, fucking! I can't believe I rolled a
Now,
3.
what you notice are the like stealthily. As far as you can tell, the mushrooms have not noticed that you're here yet. But also, you notice, looking around, because the walls are slick and covered with moss and fungi, you're pretty confident you won't be able to run on this wall.
I was
Meaning
gonna
you're just
ask
looking
that.
at water, and water
Yeah.
makes noise when you step on it. So,
Yeah.
for most of you,
Up is the ceiling in this cave.
oh, the ceiling in this cave is very up. This cave is easily got at least a 50 or 60 foot up. So there is room for flying if anyone wishes to do that.
But not room for call lightning because it's got to be 100 feet directly above me.
How high is
You know,
the
that's
ceiling?
dumb. This is a much taller cave than I just said. There's 110 feet to this cave. I'm not going to cheese you like that.
Okay.
We'll say it works somehow. It's fine. This is a very
If I
deep
cast
cave.
it.
Yeah.
If I cast it, yeah.
If you cast, I don't want to deprive you of your attack spell just because of that. So it's a very good spell that has a very realistic restriction, but since we're in a modern setting and like you go into buildings all the time, I don't want to unnecessarily handicap you on that. So that's a thing you can think about, because no one seems to have noticed you're here yet, but you're right in front of him, and we're hitting the best stopping point we're gonna get if we don't want to play for 4 more hours. And I don't think we want to play for 4 more hours.
Can I have 30 minutes of smack talk, please?
I mean, I don't think that's a good idea. I think we can start with that next time.
Oh god.
I'm so upset. I rolled a fucking 3.
Do all your smack talk off screen.
I'm about to be like, guys, I need, like, you guys seem like you're hidden because I can't see you. He really did say I'm in my Einosh bullshit mode. Like, I see him, he sees me. Fuck, what's that meme? It's like, you look at him, and he looks at her. He looks at me.
I look at you.
And he looks at me.
You want to get?
And it's just them, just intense eyeballs staring at each other. Yep,
Pulls in the window.
accurate. It's like, you guys could go sneak. Ida's just gonna be like, I'll be the distraction. He's like, I'm on that bullshit.
All right, well, you've got a week to think about it.
I have a week to be like, so many things in my pockets for him.
Pocket sand it is.
Pocket.
God.
All right, well, there we go. That's where we're
Speaking
stopping for
of
now.
which,
So next time we will hopefully resolve this in one session.
oh boy, I got a lot of rope with his name on it.
That
Spaghetti.
sounds like a fun Wednesday night. Anyway.
All right, so I'm gonna wrap up the stream stuff unless anyone has anything else they want to say for recordings.
Fuck Einosh.
No.
Fair enough. All right, well, thank you, future YouTube Internet Archive, for preventing me from having to take notes.
I'm mad at that 3.